What's up, Fantasy Champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you win the hot seat, it's times two. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hook up just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe and that like button too. I heard they want the news.
Yo, what's good? What's good, guys? How you guys doing today? This is the college game day show. Waiting on a couple of guys, man, Tayrock and my boy Kyle to come up here with me on this college game day Saturday, pretty much. Shout out to everybody, man. Big shout out to you guys, man, for coming through the chat today. Whoever in the chat, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys, man. So, hey, man, let's get right into the theme. Let's get right into the college topics right quick. What's good, Sleeping Angels? What's good, Cameron? What's good, Valix? What's good, Key? What's good? Struggling to find the background. We got so many backgrounds up on here, but you do get confused and struggle finding people stuff because there's so many of them. So gonna get right into the college topics. So my guys, get up here. No, the other two guys running a little late. But here we gonna get right into the topics for you guys, man. But shout out to everybody, man, that supported the channel. That's on the Spotlight Sports Network. Shout out to you guys. Tayrock will be up here in a few. Kyle should be up here. So let's get right into the topics, man. First of all, bubble talk teams. We're gonna go to bubble talk teams first, man. I'm gonna speak on the Villanova and Marquette game though. Before we get into the bubble type teams though, Villanova and Marquette game, which happened on Thursday, I believe Thursday night. When I was doing the game, this probably, I don't know if people will agree with me, but this probably is the worst Villanova team I've seen in a long time, man. What I've seen from Villanova on Thursday or Wednesday night was unacceptable for Villanova. I'm not used to seeing Villanova getting dominated the way they did. I'm not used to anyone beating Villanova in this Big East type of game. But Marquette, give credit to Marquette and Shaka Smart. Shaka Smart is a very good head coach. He just didn't work out in Texas. I mean, he lost 2 first-round tournaments, lost 2 first-round, maybe even 3. Shaka Smart probably never made it out of the first round with Texas, but he got a good, very good, solid Marquette team that put pressure on Villanova. He got a good guard in Julian Lewis and Justin Lewis. He got a very good guard that hit 4 shots in a row to flip the game when Villanova was down at least 5. Another very good guard, number 32. He's very good. They're very strong inside. Greg Elliott is a good guard, pretty much, that can play some good defense. You have a dominant player in Justin Lewis, who the first time scored 21 points. Second time he scored 19 on him the other night. Their defense was very solid. And every time Villanova tried to get in the game, Marquette finds a way. They find a way to weather the storm and pick up and run away with the game. Villanova in the first half, they start the game out hot from 3. They got one of the top shooters in the country in Colin Gillespie. Colin Gillespie is one of the top shooters in the country. You got you got Daniels coming off the bench, who's very good, talented. You got Moore, who's a great 3-point shooter. You got all of these type of guys that are very good. And Coach Jay Wright always have a well-coached type of organization, a well-coached type of program. But this program couldn't generate any type of offense the other night. Give credit to Marquette. They're second in their conference. The first in their conference is Providence. Providence is a very good team. They're 9-1 in the conference. Marquette is second. Villanova is third. Villanova lost by 3, 54-57 to Marquette. And, hey, this is not the Villanova I'm used to seeing with the Jalen Brunsons, the Mikal Bridges, the Archie Diaconos, Josh Hart. This is not it right here. This looks like probably the worst Villanova team that we seen. And if you look at their schedule, go back and you look at Villanova's schedule. They got dominated in out-of-conference play. But granted, they did play some very good teams. In the conference. Out-of-conference play. They did play some very good teams out of conference play. So again, we're gonna go to the Big East. We're gonna go to the Big East right here. And right now they play number 17 UConn today. They play number 17 UConn. Villanova play number 17 UConn in about an hour. That's not gonna be easy. UConn is number 17 in the country. What's good, Money Mitch? What's good, guys? So we're gonna flip to Villanova's schedule, and I'm gonna go through their schedule with you guys. But they got Villanova 81% chance of winning this game. So we're gonna go to the schedule. Villanova lost to UCLA by 9. They beat Tennessee by 5. They lost to Purdue, Purdue is a very good team, man. That's a very good, talented team. They got one of the guards that's coming out of the draft. He's going to be drafted in the top 5. Jaden Ivan, he's pretty good. I gotta do a play-by-play on Purdue, but Jaden Ivan is really pretty good. He's a pretty good, solid point guard in college basketball. They always produce great big men in Purdue. Purdue always have a great basketball team. So then they played Syracuse. They lost to Syracuse. They beat Syracuse. They got smoked by Baylor by 20. They got smoked by Baylor by 21. Baylor, we can all argue they're a top 4 team in the country. They get the next game, they get smoked by 20 versus Creighton. They get smoked by 20 versus Creighton. I don't know the last time Villanova lost to Creighton, but Villanova they got smoked by Creighton. They got smoked by 20 versus Creighton. They didn't play Temple. They beat Xavier only by 13. They beat Seton Hall by 6. Seton Hall is a really good basketball team as well. They beat Creighton the second time, revenging the loss. Well, appreciated money, Mitch. They beat DePaul, who's trash. They beat Xavier by 4. They beat Butler. Butler is always good. Butler fell off a little bit. They lost to Marquette the first time, 57-54, which is their best player, Justin Lewis, had 21 points in the game. And Marquette is a pretty good, solid basketball team for them. They beat St. John's. And this is not a good Villanova basketball team. They're not that good this year. Villanova is second in the conference. My bad. I read that wrong. They're 9-3 in the conference. The number one team in the conference is Providence. Number one team is Providence in the country, in the conference. Providence has a good basketball team. UConn has a good basketball team. They're 6-3 in the conference right now. Villanova is sitting at 9-3. Marquette is at 8-4. Xavier is at 6-4. So Marquette, are they the real deal? I think this is a team that can pretty much at least go to the Sweet 16. This is a well-coached team. Shaka Smart is a great motivating head coach. And this team is very good. But Villanova got to get their crap together. They are Villanova for a reason. They are well coached, but this is not the Villanova team I'm used to really actually seeing. This is not the Villanova team I used to actually seeing right here. They rattled up on the ball pressure the other night. They couldn't make shots in the second half. While Marquette made basically momentum shots. Number 32 made 4 mid-range jump shots in a row. Justin Lewis hit 2 crucial threes. Number 12, it had a couple of reverse layups. And, hey, this Marquette team could be something serious. At least Sweet 16. Sweet 16, nothing more. But like I say, I'm going to move on to my next topic right here. And I'm going to talk about Big 12, Texas Tech. I'm going to talk about Texas Tech. Texas Tech has been hot ever since conference play started. Texas Tech is number 14 in the country. Chris Beard was their head coach when they went to the Final Four, when they had Jared Cover and all of those guys. They beat my Longhorns the other night, 77-64, which is my Longhorns been struggling. But that's what happens. What's up, Gregor John? What's good, man? How you doing? Which is any Big 12 team is going to struggle. Anybody in conference play is going to struggle. Texas they are fourth in the Big 12. They are fifth. Kansas is number 1. Baylor is number 2. Texas Tech is number 3. TCU is number 4. Even though I think Texas should be over TCU because they did beat TCU the first time. The Big 12 have about 4 ranked teams. They have 4 ranked teams. The Big 12 have 4 ranked squads. Right now, they have 4 ranked teams. Iowa State is number 20. They're 6-3 in conference play. Texas is 5-4. But Texas Tech, they're making life a little bit tougher in the Big 12. They have beaten Kansas. That was Kansas' long loss. They're still playing hard. They're playing aggressive. They got great scores, and it's always tough to play in Lubbock. It's always tough to play in Lubbock, Texas. It's always tough to go down there and beat them in Lubbock. And Baylor has not really looked that good in Big 12 play. They struggled versus West Virginia. I did the game. They struggled mightily against West Virginia. West Virginia guard had went out late in the fourth quarter around 4 or 3 minutes to go. He went out. He went out this game. And that's when Baylor started to take over. Baylor has a lot of size. They have a lot of length. They have a lot of athleticism. They are pretty good. But they've been struggling. And that's what happens when you get into conference play. That's like in an NFL play. Really getting into conference play, you play teams that know you real well, that know your playing style. You play teams that are familiar with you, and you're going to struggle. And that's what Baylor has done in Big 12 play. They have struggled. They're still 7-2, but they struggled mightily. They lost to Oklahoma, who are 6-3. And they lost to Texas Tech. You lost to Texas Tech at home. So, again, even though these teams, Kansas State, Texas gave up a game against Kansas State. They gave up the freaking game against Kansas State. Texas has good defense, terrible offense. Offense is bad. They can't score on offense, but they can play very good defense. It's only so many times defense can bail you out. There's only so many times defense can bail you out. Defense is not going to be able to bail you out long. They're not going to be able to bail you out too long. And when you can't score on offense, your defense is definitely going to break. Texas has to get better at that. They have to get better shooting the basketball. They don't shoot well when they're wide open. They stagger a lot. They know how to play some great defense, though. They know how to play great defense. They just not great on the offensive side of the basketball. That's it. What's good, my boy Max? What's good, my boy Max? Shout out to my boy Max for doing the game with me last night, man. It was fun, man. Shout out to make sure y'all, if y'all haven't sub up to my boy Max coverage, y'all sub up to him right now, man. What are you guys are waiting for? That is my guy right there. We gonna get together and do more Rockets games together, even though that game was abysmal last night in the second half. But shout out to my boy. I had fun talking to him about the Rockets, and we were talking about any other thing, man. Football, the game. The game got so disinterest. The games got so disinterest last night in the second half. We just started talking about everything else. But shout out to Max, man. Real talk, man. Big shout out to Max. So here we go, man. We got TCU is getting a hot. TCU is getting hot a little bit. TCU is getting a little hot right now. They're getting hot. They're starting to find their rhythm. Iowa State to be at number 20. They're 6-3. They have not played well in the conference, but they beat my Longhorns. We do got Iowa State. We do got Iowa State, today. Texas Longhorns can get a win. They play at home. The Longhorns right now at home, they are 13-1. They had lost one game at home. That was against Kansas State, the game that they blown at home. You're gonna try to get league pass, so I won't be behind. I got league pass too. I do got league pass too. So yeah, man. This Big 12 conference, who's the best in the Big 12? So somebody beat them. I still got to go Baylor. I think Baylor will obviously figure it out. They're the best team in the Big 12 conference. I think Baylor will figure it out. I think they will definitely figure it out. I think they're the best team in the Big 12, but you can make a case for Kansas as well, who lost one game. I don't think Baylor and Kansas played yet, but if that game comes up, I might have to do that game. I might do that game on a Spotlight Sports streams, because that game will be a great game to even watch. Baylor versus Kansas will be very good. Two of the top teams in the Big 12 going right at it, going right at each other's throat. I would really love that game right there, to do that game, but we got to see. We'll see when we get here. But I think Baylor is the best team in the Big 12 so far. So now we're going to go to the Mountain West Conference. We're going to go to the Mountain West Conference right here. I think it's the Mountain West. Yeah, the Mountain West Conference. We got my boy Tayrock talking sports coming up, man. How you doing this morning, man?
What's good? I had a little bit of car trouble this morning, but I'm back. I'm back now. I'm all right.
Okay. Yes, indeed. You said your Texas Longhorns are better than my Sooners. Yeah, but man, like I said again, we probably better, but we're not really playing well the way I expect the Longhorns should play. But right now, when you're struggling on offense and you can't find a way to score on offense, eventually that great defense that we got is gonna be a lot of holes in it. So, Tayrock, I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Is Marquette really good? Is Marquette really that good? Are you buying into Marquette?
I feel like if they could at least I feel like they are good, but I don't know if they could go. I don't know if they can make a deep run in the tournament if they make it. I feel like they're good enough to win their conference, but I don't know if they could. I may could get them maybe the second round, maybe the third. If they could get out the first round, I'll give them maybe the second, maybe the third at the round of 32, maybe the Sweet 16. Just never know. You always got one of them Cinderella stories, so you just never know. I know I got them at least coming out the first round in the tournament, at least the first round.
Yep. Shout out to my boy Uncle Foothills in the building, man.
I like that name.
Yeah, Uncle, that's my Uncle Foothills right there. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him. He's an Eagles content creator, man. My uncle, man. Shout out to my boy Let Him Burn. He's a Gators fan. I know they stink. They suck right now in football and whatever sport they in right now. We got Max coverage in the building with us.
Good.
Today. I know it was a depressing moment last night for the Rockets to watch the Rockets throw the second half. away. You go out there, something happened. And
that's why I went in the chat. I was like, my Spurs finally we got y'all back.
Y'all got us back twice with the 2 blowouts. So hey,
but
right
you know
now,
what I'm happy about? That North Carolina Duke game coming up.
Oh yeah. I think Kyle is really actually doing that game though. I think Kyle's doing it actually on that part of the game.
I think I might have to do that game too, because I love Duke and North Carolina. That's my game. That's my favorite rivalry game. Duke and North Carolina. There's so much history behind that. It's just like, man, like you just don't get it. Like I feel like other than like I can say certain rivalries, Duke and North Carolina is like the biggest one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Duke and North Carolina. That's the biggest one. That's always the biggest one, man. Duke and North Carolina. Those are the biggest ones right there, man. Those are the biggest kind of rivalries right there that I actually love. I actually love. That's a very good rivalry. You said Tayrock, Bryan asked you a question. Right there, you got a question. Let me pop it up if you can't see it.
Oh yeah, I can't see it. Wow. I like Trent. I just feel like Trent just gotta develop a little more, but I think he has a great upside and a great ceiling. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, once he gets his game full down and know what type of game he has, I feel like he'll be a total package, but I feel like he just has to get his game down packed first. Well, because he's not a bad player, but you know, the college kids, you know, high school kids, when they come in, they're getting ready for the NBA or just playing them college, because high school is a little different from college, and college is a little different from NBA. So once he gets his full capacity of what he wants to do, and as a player, I feel like he's going to be great.
Mm-hmm. Man, got the next topic we switching over is to the Mountain West Conference. Okay. Right here, we have Boise State, who is 8-1. Wyoming is 7-1. We have Colorado State 7-3. Yeah, Fresno State 6-3 right now. So the Mountain West Conference does have a little success in there. You know, you got San Diego State, who's 4-3 in the conference, and UNLV is 4-5. And you also got San Diego State is 5-5. But again, Mountain West Conference is pretty okay. They're pretty decent. They're pretty down, a pretty decent run. Boise State, especially 8-1. Will they make the tournament? I don't know if they make the tournament, because again, you do when you play weak conferences, they don't give you, when you play weak teams, they don't give you the benefit of a doubt. They don't kind of give you a benefit.
You know what's funny? I'm thinking he's talking about somebody else when he said Trent. He talking about he was talking about the American football executive for Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ah, shit.
I thought he was talking about the guy for my team, but I don't really know too much about Trent like that though. I just know, you know what I'm saying, he's been with us, just rocking with the 49ers for a minute, but I never really got too deep into him though. To answer your question, let him burn. I never really got it. I thought he was talking about my other guy at first, so I had to look at the name like, oh, I'm thinking talking about somebody else.
Yep. So we got who's the number one seeds. We got who's on the number one seed. So I'm gonna go back and we're gonna look at who's the best, the top teams in the country. I know Baylor is probably gonna be a number one seed in their region. Yeah. I know Baylor is gonna be a number one seed in their region. Got Kansas probably a number one seed. Auburn definitely may be a number one seed.
But you know what's funny? I think Auburn gonna get beat in the tournament.
Yep, possibility.
I think they're gonna get beat between the Sweet 16. It's either gonna get the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, or the Final Four. They're gonna get beat. I feel like they just gonna get beat by one of those teams, because don't get me wrong, they're a great team, but when that tournament comes, that's a different type of situation. You know, you don't have tomorrow, so you got to play your best basketball right now.
Yep.
Because you can have one bad game and then you're out of the tournament. It happens every year with the great teams. It seems like the number one seeds get knocked out faster than the lower seeds now.
Yep. So you got all different regions. You got right now, you Auburn, they're gonna probably be a number one seed. Gonzaga, they're gonna be a number one seed in their region. UCLA, will they be a number one seed or a 2 seed? We'll find out. I think
they just got beat by Arizona.
Yep. They probably still will be a number one seed. Depends on the region they in. Kansas, I think they're going to be probably a number 2 or number 3 seed, probably. Gonzaga always chokes. Yes, they always chokes in the Final Four. They always choke in the national championship game. They choke in the national. They can get there. There's no problem with them getting there, but they can't win it. They cannot win the national championship. That they will always do enough to get to the national championship, but also will get there and just throw it away. Just throw the game away. Find a way to just throw it away. That's all. That's what Gonzaga does right there.
It's been years though. It's like they made it to the championship multiple times and just can't win it. I think they be gassed by the time they get there.
Yep.
It's like they be competitive through the whole tournament. They be competitive too in the championship game, but for some odd reason they just can't finish it.
Yep. So we all gonna agree that Gonzaga is gonna be a number one. They're gonna definitely end up a number one seed in the tournament in their region, whatever region they're in. They're gonna be a number one. You got Kentucky, who has a chance to be a number one team in their region, because we all know it's different regions when you go to the tournament. It's a 68 team field, so you got different regions.
Yeah.
Purdue is a very good team. I got to do a stream on Purdue. I see that guy, Jaden Ivan. I got to see him. I think he's going to be picked in the top 4 this year, but they got a chance for a number one seed. They're 19-3 so far. You got Auburn, who's definitely going to be number one. If they keep up this, they're definitely going to get a number one seed in the tournament.
I spoke on Purdue in the last show.
Yep, Purdue is always a pretty good team, and they always have some pretty solid bigs too. Their big man is always pretty solid. In Baylor, they moved to number 8.
I had to say this, bro.
But I think they would probably get a number one seed in their tournament, in their region, or a number 2 seed in their region. Whatever region they're end up going to be in, they're going to be tough. And you got Kentucky, who's to number 5. They play Alabama today, a tough Alabama team who beat Baylor last weekend. So, yep, those are probably your number one seeds that's going to end up in the tournament. Give me a sleeper team, Tayrock.
A sleeper team for the tournament, or just a sleeper team?
A sleeper team, period, for the tournament. Or who would you like that you think that's going to go deep in the tournament?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think. A good sleeper team that I feel like they could go far. I feel like somebody might from like the ACC or like the Big 12 might go further, or maybe the Big 10 might. You know what? I'm gonna go with Ohio State. I think that's a sleeper because now they don't get talked about much, and I feel like if they go into the tournament, they always make kind of good runs in the tournament.
Yep.
You even call Michigan a sleeper team this year because they didn't really achieve the way they was.
Mm-hmm.
You even call Michigan can actually be a sleeper team. Oklahoma State.
Yep.
They could be a sleeper. I'm trying to think who else can be a good sleeper. Memphis
always they always pretty competitive.
Yeah, Memphis could probably slide in there too.
Yep. I think I don't know if I went with this team last week, but I'm gonna go Wisconsin. They're number 11 right now. They always seem to make it past the first and second round. I think they can at least get into the Sweet 16, at least, not saying the Final Four or the Elite 8. the Wisconsin always have when they get in the tournament, they will always have a chance. They will always have a chance to make it far. And I think they present a lot of problems for a lot of teams. Ohio State, like you said, number 16 in the country. I believe they can stir up some problems as
You know
well.
who we're talking about? Georgia Tech. This year, Georgia Tech has the ACC Player of the Year, Moses Wright, and Defensive Player of the Year, Jose Alvarado.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that about Georgia Tech. They got. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. People better not sleep on Georgia Tech. I was just looking some stuff up, and I didn't know that. Yeah. So, Georgia Tech. Okay.
Yep. So we do have a little bit of sleeper teams, that could go down. But again, I want to go back to this. I'm surprised this team is number 1 in the conference. Well, they've been very good for when I last seen them. They've been really, really very good. They've been very good for the past couple of years. I saw them in a tournament against last time North Carolina. And ever since then, they've been tournament bound every year. We're gonna switch back to the Big East in Providence. They've been very good in the Big East. They're the best team right now in the Big East. But do you still think Villanova is the best team in the Big East, even though Providence is number one right now? Do you still think Villanova is the best team in the Big East?
Until somebody has a deep run into the tournament, Villanova is going to be number 1 until another team runs deep or possibly win it out the Big East. Because if you think about it, there's only been a handful of teams that won it out the Big East. Like at the times where Connecticut will win it, Nova will win it. You know what I'm saying? So you only got a select few teams. Even when Syracuse is in the Big East, you know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of teams. They've got a couple teams that could do it. But until somebody has a deep run, Villanova's going to be on top of the Big East.
Yep. I like that. I like that question because I like that answer because
hold on. So Auburn is not in the SEC championship?
No, you talking about in basketball? The tournament haven't came up yet. The SEC tournament haven't came yet.
Oh, well, because they was talking about the SEC champion. Okay.
No, they haven't came yet. It haven't came yet. The tournament played for the start. They on that second round.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, LSU about to play Alabama. I read it wrong.
Yeah. They haven't started their own because each college basketball team they play 2 games against each other. Then they go into the conference championships. Play each other again. So really. Depends on who you play. You're playing them 3 times. You're seeing a team like 3 times, unless you're seeing them in a tournament. You're playing them at least 3 times, especially in that Big 12 in the tournament and stuff like that. So, yeah, Providence look good right now, but again, until someone beat Villanova, I say, hey, I'm gonna take Villanova, but it does look tough for them this year. Yeah, what I seen the other night against Marquette.
It's not your normal Villanova team. Yeah. It's like they're rebuilding, but they're still good at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not the overachievers like they normally would be. They just regular basketball team, but they're not the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. That's not. I'm not used to the type of seeing that Villanova squad right there. Yeah. They get just dominated and just not being able to shoot for a while. You haven't been able to shot the ball for a while in the fourth quarter. They really haven't. They couldn't generate no offense. They started shooting the ball very late, but by the time the game was pretty much already over, by the time they started really shooting the basketball. Who's the best team in the Big 12 that you think? Who's the best team in Big 12 play? Even though Baylor did lose 2 in a row, they did lose 2. I'm
gonna go with Kansas.
Okay, that's a good choice. Great choice.
I'm gonna go with Kansas. I'm gonna go with the Jayhawks because you know what I'm saying, Kansas always been a tough team. Even when they struggle, they still a tough team.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Kansas just got that stability where they just know how to win, even though they don't win them all. They just know how to win when it comes down to that them important games that they need to win. I'm saying, say if they had 5 important games, they're gonna win. They're gonna at least win 3 out of at least 3 out of the. I'm saying the important games they have to. They gonna at least win 3, maybe 4, but for sure they're gonna at least win 3 out of them. 3 out of the 5.
Yep, definitely. They definitely gonna at least win 3 out of the 5 games. And I say, like you say, man, Kansas is a sleeper team. They're not a sleeper team in the Big 12, but they can definitely beat Baylor at least one good time. They can definitely beat Baylor at least one time. So again, shout out to everybody in the chat. This is my guy Tayrock talking sports. Man, y'all can follow him on Tayrock talking sports. Sub up to his channel. 49ers. You got 49ers, you got Spurs right there.
I'm about to start doing some Duke content too.
Mm-hmm. And y'all heard what he said. He said he's gonna start doing some Duke content. So if y'all want some Duke content, Tayrock is your guy.
All right, Niners, Spurs, and Duke fans, come holler at me.
Mm-hmm. Man, yep. So right now, the sleeper teams in March Madness, I think we already probably went over that. But if you had to make if you had a sleeper team, what sleeper team that you think will make it to the Final Four that nobody really is not going to talk about, that can really actually make a Final Four? You know, we have a team every year that's going to surprise. Every year that's going to surprise and try and make the Final Four. We had the George Masons. We had the Loyola Maryland, Chicago. Couple of years.
It's funny. I'll always go back to Houston because Houston always gotta make a strong run. They just run into certain teams that's having a Cinderella story too. And I feel like if Houston don't run into I feel like if Houston get put in the bracket where they could make a strong run, I feel like they could be one of those teams. They always right there at the Elite 8 or the Sweet 16. They actually made it to the Final Four once.
Yep.
So I feel like I feel like since they got that experience, they can make it, but nobody really counts them. Nobody really says they like one of the top teams that's going to make it to the Final Four. So I feel like they can creep up because nobody's talking about them. Because you have to think about it, for the past 2-3 years, they've been making a deep run in the playoff. I mean, in the tournament. But I feel like the way that college basketball is, it's not really that dominant the way it normally would be. I feel like Houston got a strong chance.
Yep. I feel like Houston got a strong chance as well, but really, nobody. Well, I haven't heard really nobody talk about, the Purdue Boilermakers.
I don't feel like they're a sleeper.
But
even though they got, the only reason why I say that is because the talent that they have over Houston. Like, I feel like they can have a deeper run than them. I feel like, okay, yeah. Even though Houston goes farther for some odd reason, I don't know what's up with Purdue. They have all that talent, but for some odd reason, don't really go that far.
Yeah, the reason why I say they're a sleeper is just because they probably have better talent than Houston. They probably be in a better big name conference, but then again, you just said the point. They don't go far in the playoff. They don't go far in the tournament, and that's one thing that kind of hurts them a little bit. They never can get over the hump. They always will lose in the second freaking round. They always will lose. And you will not get talked about if you lose probably in the later rounds. You can be elite in the regular season, but when it's tournament time, you got teams more hungry to stay in, and you going into that game expecting to beat up on the team that you're supposed to beat. And it always shocked Purdue. It always seemed to shock them for some reason. Houston they went to the Final Four last year. They played against a loaded Baylor team. That Baylor team was probably one of the greatest Baylor teams that you ever probably even saw. That Baylor team
what's funny?
dominant.
You know what's funny? That's why I felt like that Gonzaga and that Baylor game was going to be good, because the way Gonzaga won that game to get to the national championship. I felt like they had it, and it was crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I picked Gonzaga to win because I was feeling the kid Suggs at the time, and then Mitchell, I think that's his last name from Baylor. What's his name?
Which
Something
one?
like that.
Davion Mitchell.
Yeah. Davion. When once I seen him play, I said, "Oh no, I don't know about Gonzaga now. This kid is a stud. Like he played. He reminds me of a young Kawhi. He plays defense." And he's an offensive player. Remember how Kawhi just played defense. Now Kawhi's an offensive player. His game reminds me of Kawhi because he's long arms and big hands.
Yep. Davion Mitchell. I remember the guy. He used to lock down everybody in college. He used to straight lock down everybody in college.
Your best player.
Max said that the UConn is beating Villanova today. Wow, we definitely going to talk about that game if that happened, man. UConn has a
possible.
It's very
possible. If this was the old Villanova team, I wouldn't have gave UConn a chance.
It's definitely
he gonna
possible.
say, let him burn. Going to say Florida the best. Nah, Florida ain't been the best since y'all had Joakim Noah and them guys.
And he know that. He know that. He know Florida. He know Florida is bad. He know they that. He very much know they that bad. They that bad right there. So so we're gonna get into like the picks and the predictions right here. We're gonna go into the picks and the predictions of the show. So make sure everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and we're gonna get right into the predictions. So we got the first game at 1:30. At 1:30, this is a top 25. We got the first game at 1:30 right now. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. I strode it up. Okay. UConn versus Nova. Tayrock, who you got?
Going with Nova. Just because he said UConn was going to destroy him. I'm going with Nova.
All right. I'm gonna take Nova to bounce back right here and beat UConn. But it wouldn't shock me if UConn beats Nova. It wouldn't shock me at all if UConn beats Nova.
I can agree. I can definitely agree. I can agree to that too. I wouldn't be surprised if UConn was to win.
So you got Illinois, number 18, Illinois versus unranked Indiana. They both 16-5. Tayrock, who you got? Indiana.
It's tricky. It's tricky when you play Indiana because you never know what team you're gonna get. It's tricky with Indiana, but I'm gonna go with Illinois on this one. I'm gonna go with Illinois.
Yep, I'm gonna take the upset, and I'm gonna go with Indiana. And at some point, I gotta take it up. I love taking upsets. I love.
You got red today too, so I see you support Indiana.
So we got a pretty much. I don't know if this maybe turn into a butt whooping pretty good. Right here, but hey, you got number 1 Auburn going to Georgia, who is 6-16.
Yeah, I'm taking with Auburn. Cause I feel like if you're a 6-16 team, you don't have no discipline.
Yep. You really
Georgia used to actually be good.
They used to actually be a pretty good tournament team too. Solid tournament team. Solid team.
I gotta go with the number 1 team in the nation on that one because Georgia was to beat them. I would be like, well, dang, I didn't know that loss was gonna come that early.
You ain't lying about that. I'm not gonna even pick that game. I already know who I'm going with in that game, so I'm gonna go to the very next game. Number 22 Tennessee, coach spotlight, Vols, men Vols. 15-6 going to college, going into South Carolina. 13-8. Who you got, Tay?
Who they coach over in Tennessee? Bruce Pearl still over there?
It's Mac Brown.
Oh yeah, Mac Brown. Yeah,
no, not Mac Brown. I mean Rick Barnes.
Rick Barnes. Now you see, I've been watching Tennessee for a long time. I said Bruce Pearl, but I'm gonna go with the Vols on this one.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
I'm gonna take the Vols with you on this one. So we got the very next game, a Big 12 matchup. You got number 14 Texas Tech, 17-5 against unranked West Virginia, who's 13-8. Who you got?
West Virginia always got. West Virginia stayed with some shooters. Who? And they playing. What's that? West Virginia and who?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. You know what? I'm gonna go with Patrick Mahomes and his Red Raiders.
Patrick Mahomes and the Red Raiders. Okay. I'm gonna also take Patrick Mahomes and the Red Raiders. They've been hot in Big 12 play. They beat Baylor, which was number 2 in the country when they beat them. They beat Kansas the week after, so they're pretty hot.
I actually seen that game.
Yep. So we got a pretty much favorable matchup right here. A good matchup. Another Big 12 matchup. Iowa State versus Texas. My Longhorns. Tayrock, who you got?
If Texas would get their foot out their damn ass, they'd be fine. They'd be fine. But I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna pick Texas on this one.
Okay. Not bad. I'm gonna go Texas. One game at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the upset.
One game at home, and I think they can get this win right here in Texas.
Because they're not a bad team. They just gotta be a little bit more disciplined. They'll be fine.
Yep. Yeah, make some goddamn shots when they open. They don't know how to. If
I was the coach, I would have all my shooters shoot all day long until y'all leave. Y'all gotta make 20 in a row. Not even 20. Y'all gotta make at least 10 in a row for me to be satisfied. All my shooters, my main players, all y'all gotta practice on jump shots until all y'all feel as though y'all good enough to make them in games.
Tayrock gonna work them people to goddamn death. And so we got 10-10 DePaul going against number 21, 16-5 Xavier. Who you got?
I'm going with Xavier. I ain't going with DePaul. I would never pick DePaul.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna go with Xavier up on that one. So we got unranked Michigan, who's 11-8. I think they made the Sweet 16 last year, Elite 8 last year. And all of a sudden, they just fell off the face of the earth. We don't know what happened on that part. But they're going against number 4 ranked Purdue, 19-3. Who you got, Tayrock?
I'm taking the upset. I'm taking Michigan.
Oh, okay. You pulling a upset right here. Okay, I'm going to take Purdue up on this one. But, hey, wouldn't be mad. I would love.
Mark my words. This game is going to come down to the big men in this game.
Yep. Definitely. So we got the game of the day. Maybe the game of the day, second best game of the day. We don't know, but you just talked about it. Number 8 Baylor going against number 10 Kansas.
Only because since Davion not there, I'm going with the Jayhawks.
Yep, I'm taking the Jayhawks too. I'm going to take the Jayhawks too. I'm taking the Jayhawks too as well. So we got number 13 Michigan State versus Rutgers, who are 12-9. Who you got?
I'm always going to go with the Izzo squad. You can never go against the Izzo squad.
Yep.
The Spartans. Izzo, that guy. Spartans, what? Yeah, I'm going with Spartans all day.
Yep. I'm going with the Spartans as well right here. So we got, this could be interesting. We got number 19, Eric's USC Trojans going up against number 7 ranked Arizona. Who you got, Tayrock?
Taking the Wildcats. Sorry, Eric.
Eric, I got your back. I'm gonna take your USC Trojans. But if y'all mess me up on this one, I'm picking against you the next week.
And the reason why I used to love Arizona Wildcats, even though I've always been a Duke fan, but for some odd reason I always liked Arizona. So I'm a rock with. No, don't get me wrong. USC they didn't show me improvement over the years, so I'm kind of proud of them. So Eric see this stream. Don't think I'm just hating on USC. No, I'm kind of proud of them. But this ain't loving basketball, though. They ain't gonna just be winning.
Yep. My boy Raider Joe was good. Raider Joe, man. Shout out to Raider Joe. Man, I was a part of his stream last night. Fun coming up there talking. football with you, man. Shout out to you. I'm gonna hit you back on Instagram, man. I saw your message. I was just in here. What's good, Raider Joe, man? Y'all make sure.
Yeah, I definitely love
Raider.
Want to show a Raider Joe. You know what I'm saying? Go at it with him about my Niners and his Raiders.
You may get jumped on by that Raider Nation over there.
I'm already in the main chat. I was already enough Raider fans. Us. If I ain't had Jay in the Bay or somebody else, I'd be the only single 49er fan.
Hey, they may jump on you a little bit over there.
Listen, I'm with my brother. I tell you, I'm with all the smoke.
Yeah. So we got your game of the day right here, man. We got the 5:00 game. Duke goes up against North Carolina.
You already know who I'm picking.
Your Duke Blue Devils.
Of course, we wear the real blue.
Yep, I'm gonna take the Duke Blue Devils right here, especially. I like the dark blue anyway. I don't like the light blue that much. I like the dark blue anyway. Yeah. Duke
been playing in the old school jerseys, new jerseys. I like the way they switching it up.
Yeah, Raider Joe says it's all love, brother. Yeah, Tayrock make get over there and get jumped on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm with it.
He said he willing to come over there and get jumped on like that. Oh my goodness, man. So we got Penn State versus number 11 Wisconsin. Tayrock, who you got in this game?
Wisconsin
Badgers. Yep, we both going for the Wisconsin Badgers right here. Right here, Penn State is 9-9. Wisconsin is number 11. This should be a pretty much a pretty good game by Wisconsin. So we got the LSU Tigers, who are 16-6. They're number 25 ranked, going against 11-10 Vanderbilt. Who you got, Tayrock?
Sorry, Vanderbilt. I was gonna go for y'all for the upset, but I can't do it.
Tayrock said he can't pull the trigger. He can't.
I already picked 2 upsets in this one already. I can't pull the trigger on not on Vanderbilt.
Yep. I gotta go with LSU, man, in this game. We got number 5 Kentucky versus Alabama.
Now this is an interesting game.
Yep, this is interesting.
This is an interesting game right here. I'm gonna have to go with the NA. I don't know. I don't know because you just can't sleep on Alabama just like that. Like you one of them teams like you think you just gonna go in there and just beat them. No, I can't call that one.
Yep. I tried to get Tayrock on this one too. This is a trap game actually for Kentucky. This is a very trap game because Alabama just beat Baylor last week.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I don't know. Like I can't pick that.
It's a real trap game. And since I was gonna go NA, but I'm gonna pick Alabama for an upset since it really is a trap game right here. And we think it's a trap game. Kentucky might be walking into a trap right here, right here.
They might
be running into a trap. So we got number 2 Gonzaga going against 17-7 BYU.
I'm gonna take the Zags.
All right, yeah, I'm taking the Zags as well in this game. And we got number 3. We got number 3 UCLA, and we got unranked Arizona State. Who you got? That's 6-13.
If you got double digit losses and single wins, I ain't never picking you.
He said he ain't never picking. Yep. Hey, yeah, I got UCLA winning this game. And nowhere in the world you should have single digit. You should have double digit losses. You shouldn't have double digit.
Yo, Sleeping Angel said I got Arizona because I can't stand USC.
I'm gonna tell Eric too, Sleeping Angel. I'm gonna tell Eric you picked against them Trojans. I'm gonna tell Eric if they lose this week, they lose y'all are frauds, man. Y'all.
I'm gonna tell Eric his Trojans coming. He's scared to see my Blue Devils.
He's scared to see them blue. He's gonna probably. It depends on the region. He's gonna see them in the.
If they're in our region, we not gonna. I'm trying to tell you, we see the Trojans in the second or third round. I'm sorry, they're gonna lose.
Yep.
They ain't ready yet. They just coming around. Y'all ain't ready yet. Y'all still little brothers. Y'all still little brothers to Arizona.
For real, they still little brothers to Arizona and everything like that, man. So, man. This college day is gonna definitely be exciting. You got Baylor and Kansas winning this playing against each other, two of the top squads in the Big 12. You got Purdue going up against Michigan. Michigan still can be pretty streaky. Got UConn and Villanova, who should be starting in seconds right here.
I think that's going to be a good game.
Yep, and I think that's going to be a pretty decent game, man. That's got potential to be a pretty decent game. And also, I think I skipped over one too. Who you got? Tayrock? My bad. We skipped on the ACC a little bit. Wake Forest versus Florida State. Who you got? Wake Forest 18-5. You got Florida State 13-8. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Seminoles. So I'm a Florida State college football fan. So I'm rocking with they because after they had a good run. I think it was like 2 years ago. They had a good run.
Yep.
It's like once you put them in, it's like they because I like Florida State because they physical.
All right, that's a bet. I'm gonna go with NA on this one. I don't know who I want to pick. I really don't know who I want to pick. I'm not.
Okay, we both just used that 1 and A.
Yep. But this is a game. Oh my God!
Ain't no NA.
You probably struggle picking this game because I would just go ahead and say they records and tell you that Louisville versus Syracuse, they both have the same record. They both have double-digit losses though.
I already used my NA. I'm gonna go with Syracuse.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take Syracuse too. I
had to think about that for a second. I had to flip a coin in my head real quick.
When it's tough, chat, we do coin flips. We go coin flip. And
yeah.
Say, if you got double-digit losses, you ain't never picking.
Sleeping Angels are Notre Dame fan. Notre Shame. Come on. Even though y'all beat us at my Duke, but still Notre Shame.
Sleeping Angels said, at least I can enjoy that win that I got against the Duke.
Yeah, you better enjoy it because that's the only one you're gonna get for a while. Against Duke.
All right, so you got now this should be interesting right here. You got two unranked squads in the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
You got Clemson 12-9 versus 9-12 Georgia Tech.
I'm taking Georgia Tech with the upset.
Okay, good.
Even though they records kind of similar.
Kind of similar, just backwards. Georgia Tech is backwards than that. Yep, I'm going with Clemson in this game right here. I'm gonna go with Clemson, but I wouldn't be shocked if Georgia Tech win this game. I definitely wouldn't be. I wouldn't be shocked at all. And we got another game right here. We got Sleeping Angel Fighting Irish. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame going up against NC State, who is 10-13. Tayrock.
What's Notre Dame record?
15-7.
Taking the upset again because I don't like Notre Dame. Just because I don't like Notre Dame. Sorry, Sleeping Angels, but the way you say you're going to enjoy that win, if you would have never said that, I probably would have picked Notre Dame. Even though I feel like Notre Dame going to win this game, I'm still going to just pick the upset just in case if it happens. So I'm like, I called it.
Now make sure I let Tayrock know too, just in case. I'll make sure I let him know too. So he come
Sleeping Angels, y'all not that bad in the conference at all. Y'all not. What I'm saying is, Just enjoy that Duke win, because when they get to the tournament, y'all see us again, it's over.
So I'm going for Notre Dame in this game right here. We got Miami 16-6 versus 13-8 Virginia.
See, Virginia been a good team for a while. You know what? I'm gonna just do this.
Oh,
To you.
I'm going with the U. Okay. I'm going with the U as well. I'm taking the U as well. We got Virginia Tech 12 and 10, but going up against 8 and 14 Pittsburgh.
Y'all got a quarter. This game just sounds bad all in itself. What's the two teams again? 'Cause I forgot.
You got a 12 and 10 Virginia Tech going up against a 14. I'm going up against an 8 and 14 Pittsburgh.
I guess I go with Virginia Tech. I don't know. I just picked the red. I just picked the guess. I just guessed. I don't even know who to pick in this game.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
If Duke ever playing Notre Dame, we could do that game together, bro.
Yeah.
So I could just see you cry at the end of the game.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious.
It's all love, though.
Yeah, it's all love, man. It's all love. So right now we got nobody started. We got somebody started. We do got Butler beating St. John's. We do got Butler beating St. John's right now.
Oh, Butler now?
Yeah, Butler playing right now. I think Villanova about to get ready to play in a second. They about to get ready to play in a second. So, yep. That's everything we got for today, man. Shout out to Tayrock for being on here with me on the college basketball game day show. Went through all the predictions, went through all the teams and stuff like that. And y'all stay tuned because I am doing the draft. I am doing the NFL at 1:30, and that's no more than a couple of hours. I am doing the Senior Bowl today. I am doing the Senior Bowl, so you're gonna see some good draft guys that's gonna be there. So I will be covering. Me and Eric will be covering the Senior Bowl.
Hey, I want to, because I'm gonna be watching the Senior Bowl anyway. I want to come on for that.
All right. I'll send you a link on that one. And we got Kyle, I believe, is doing the Duke and North Carolina game today at 6:30.
I gotta get in touch. I gotta get in touch with Kyle because I gotta do that game.
And
I got to get into that.
And at 9:00 tonight, we have a big boxing matchup tonight. We have Keith One-Time Thurman versus Mario Barrios, two good boxers. Mario Barrios coming off a loss against Tank Davis, coming off of getting stopped by.
And Barrios going to lose again.
Yeah, he may lose again. He's stepping up though to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, the last time I think I saw him, he won a close fight. I believe he won a close fight. I don't know if he lost to Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, he did. My God, Pacquiao.
Pacquiao busted him up a little bit, but that's gonna be a two good fights on the Spotlight Sports stream. So make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe on this game day. Shout out to everybody as we saying so long. See y'all guys at 1:30, and we're out, man. Peace, guys.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you in the hot seat, it's times two. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew. But we got the hook like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe and that like button too. I heard they want the news.